If you build it.
Greetings, weirdly furred monsters to Geek Salad Retro Movie Review. I am Mike, not Andy. Andy was taking his daughter to for her birthday dinner and got delayed, so we are starting without him. Hopefully, he will be able to join us later. And we already got it caught. Woo! Hello.
Cheddar. That's the word
cut.
that breaks Triv. That's the word that breaks Triv whenever we do the Riff Tracks game streams over on her YouTube channel. Just someone says cheddar and she just specifically Dan from TYTD Reviews. If he says it, she'll break and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh till she's coughing. That's how much hard it is.
I might not tonight because I'm already in that state.
Oh.
So as you can see here, I've got a couple of very special guests.
And that's so special.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah. Hi, James.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Kurt. Everybody, hi.
And we've got
who I am.
The ever lovely Triv here.
Cheers. Hey, that's not very nice, Joe. I could say things, but I won't.
He's not wrong. Joe's
I know,
not wrong.
but that's not the point. It's I'm a sick woman and I'm here doing my thing. So I don't want to hear I don't want to hear any flack from the crowd because I don't see them up here doing it. So, and being a fire maiden and daughter of Aphrodite, I tell you what, I guess they really didn't do much besides attempt to burn a bitch, and they didn't really do that very well. So then, never mind. Disregard that.
God, this movie was so much padding. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Grandma was hot.
Yes, we are talking about the MST3K episode 416, Fire Maidens from Outer Space. Where not since Monster A Go-Go has there been an episode with this much nothing happening.
You know, the ladies in this episode weren't the only ones that were padded.
No.
No, there's like a plethora of these kind of like 50s B movies that are barely feature length. That like maybe like when they shot it, it's only like 55 minutes of total runtime, so they have to pad. Which, again, I understand, but there's just so much unnecessary padding in this movie.
Yeah.
Also, just like was it they had the stock footage from King Dinosaur? Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm done.
This was directed by, screenplay by, story by, and produced by Cy Roth.
I'll go figure that one.
Yeah. A vanity project if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
And I have seen some vanity projects in my day.
And I think Crow pretty much sums up this movie in the final host segment by Cy Roth had to pad the film just to get to the part where it had more padding.
Yeah.
This movie should have been about 20 minutes long.
If that.
It's 70 minutes to like 700. Yeah, there's there's stock footage from King Dinosaur, but there's also some stock footage when they're at the beginning of the movie when they're our main characters on the airplane, and there's like the shot of the cockpit. That's stock footage I've seen in Invasion USA, the movie, the MST episode. So that's very, very popular stock footage.
Oh shoot! Sorry. Sorry.
We're live. This is live television, folks.
God. Jesus Christ. Not sure. Jesus.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That is all right.
I'm trying to close out of other stuff because my computer's being dumb and it's not allowing me that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Don't apologize. We're going with it here.
Oh my God.
We are nothing else. It's not professional here.
It's a professionalism that I respect. No black tank tops, but there were like women, like well endowed women in scantily clothing.
Yeah,
they were surprisingly padded for not wearing very much.
Yes, yeah. And it was there's this scene towards the end of it when they're sacrificing what's her face, and like the chick just rolls back, and it's just like crows like reacting, and you can see her cleavage.
Yeah, they had very short skirts, and they made sure to film them down on their knees, bowing. Yeah, you could see a lot.
Yeah, if this was a Russ Meyer film, they would be Chesty Morgan levels.
Oh man. And even in the 50s, I feel like, geez, oh, for God's sake, James, you know what? That's enough. That's enough out of you.
In the words of Crow T Robot, it's a potato. It's funny.
Oh, we got to talk about. We also need to we have to, at some point we got to talk about Timmy.
Oh, that goes without saying. Oh my God.
So many rules.
But I'll tell you, whoever like Cyroth,
hobo handfuls.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the one thing that kills me about this movie is there is a certain level of subservience when it comes to women in like these 50s movies, and most of the time it's like, you kind of deal with it because obviously it's a 50s movie. But for God freaking sake, I wanted to strangle Cyroth from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little heavy-handed on the subservientness.
Just a tiny. What was your first clue?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I think I rely too much heavily on context clues.
Yeah, the wonderful cherry on that Sunday was the fact that after Process was killed at the end, they made a woman their leader. And the woman was immediately subservient to her husband.
Yeah, they just go back to Earth.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then they do the sound effect, the creaking of the gate when she. Oh yeah, padding. Yeah, padding.
And the fact that while all the astronauts are out captured at the end, and then for no reason they cut back to Earth. Hello, you there?
Are you still on hold? Yeah, we have to cut back to Earth because we have to know they're still. They've probably been in that specific room for probably about weeks on end, considering how long it takes you.
That serves absolutely no purpose. Just,
no.
Are you there? Are you there? You're not there.
I was calling about my pizza. God, it's just it was boring. This is like a long line of episodes. It's a long line of episodes that are just the most boring movies ever that have the funny ass riffs to it.
They're awesome. They're absolutely the
riffs are hilarious in this.
Oh yeah, there was the one that I absolutely I busted a gut at, and I don't remember this line, and it's not like a big crazy one, but Jupiter, America's Dairyland. For some reason, I lost my shit on that one.
Yeah, because they shot Jupiter. They shot Jupiter in like a dairy pasture in Wisconsin.
I know, 100%, but it's so out of left field. You don't expect it.
I know.
And the fact that their method for getting out of the rocket is clearly a ladder that they got at Home Depot.
Yeah, it's a rickety ladder. It's not like attached to the rocket. It's just literally they borrowed it from the prop guy or the set the guy who builds the sets. They did also use stock footage from what was I gonna hear? I think the stock footage was from one of the Voyager rockets, I believe. That they used for the rocket to go off. It was hold on a second. Let me tell you. I'll tell you this. The V2 rocket. It was the V2 was a German rocket. So those were the baddies.
and don't forget they had that harrowing encounter with the random blobs of fiddle faddle flying through the.
Oh my God!
But don't worry, they had those switches.
It's like a boat. I thought this was like boat, like a thing they would have on a bridge of a cruise ship to tell the engine room to slow ahead or whatever.
What was the one? Was it the Phantom Planet that also used popcorn for meteors?
It was like KFC. Well, it wasn't KFC chicken, but it was they looked like kidney stones. but I don't know what yeah, they used something that looks like chicken bits, like fried chicken, but I don't think
it
they were
makes
like
sense for the time and place if you're trying to film something with an incredibly low budget and you need texture.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it. Plus, you can feed people afterwards. Here's some week-old chicken that we used for the shots the other week. Avoid the brown bits. You're good to go.
Yes, they actually still do make fiddle faddle. I think. Right. I think you can buy them at getting Von product page. Yeah, yeah. Seriously, those were Nazi rockets they used for stock footage. And I loved when they were landing on Jupiter, it clearly was a layered shot, but they didn't have you could tell they didn't have enough money to make it properly layered. So it's the footage of the forest, the foliage and the trees overlaps with the rocket. So it's just it looked like they were trying to land behind the trees, but somehow land in front of the trees.
Well, you see, it's one of those trans-dimensional things. That's actually what Jupiter's Dairyland is like.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
See,
best damn cheese curds in the state.
Exactly.
Oh God, yeah. Timmy, what's up? Raisin Braun.
So do you
guys? Raisin Braun.
Hold off talking about Timmy for just a few seconds because I think we might be getting Andy in here.
Yay!
Oh, yay!
I just sent him the link. So
fearless leader.
Woo!
What was it?
You must spank me.
Was it also 12 to the Moon that had those weird meteor things?
Yeah. I don't know 12 to the Moon. But 12 to the Moon had my favorite cheapo effect shot was when the little rocket's shooting out of the main rocket. That's you
clearly
can see the string. You can see the I think as a crow, you can see the string. I
does
love
make
these.
a good point though about Hanna-Barbera. Yeah. Of that time, that makes a lot of sense that they would just kind of go screw it.
Yeah. Background characters in the floor. Yeah. It's just that's what I love about these 50s science fiction B movies. It's just they tried, but they didn't have any money. It's not they just didn't care.
Right.
Yeah, and when there was nothing going on, let's send them back to the ship and have them do nothing.
Yeah, seriously, the three guys don't do anything for was it they put the tree over the invisible fence and it catches fire, and there's that monster that looks like Rondo. Yeah, and there's that monster that looks like Rondo Hatton.
Rondo the Magnificent.
I thought it was Rondo Hatton. Hey,
Yay!
Andy.
Hey, what'd I miss?
Lots of padding.
A lot of padding.
Lots of padding.
A lot of padding. Okay, great. Oh,
so
great.
just like the movie. Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine going to see Fire Maidens from outer space on a double bill with something that was good and you're just so bored to tears and you're 10? I spent my allowance on this.
But there were boobs.
This movie sponsored by Chesterfield cigarettes? Because I kind of feel like there was a lot of smoking in this movie.
Well, smoking in the 50s was cool.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't Oasis because that was Rod Serling's territory.
Yes, and those you could clearly tell that those cigarettes did not have the smoothest taste.
One of my favorite lines, when they're on when they just landed and that guy's in the back checking the atmosphere, and you can hear Kevin Murphy inhaling the balloon. They go, I got to heal you back here, sir.
Oh, good God, this movie.
But Andy, we held off talking about Timmy until you got here.
Yeah.
Talking about what?
Timmy.
Oh, might I add, all three of you have incredible posture.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yes, the callback to Posture Pals, which is one of my favorite shorts.
Average big screen. Yeah, Timmy was I don't know how much of a fan I am, especially during the Joel era of the recurring story throughout an episode. I don't know. I mean, it's one thing with Mitchell, you know,
R.I.P.
rest your
Joe Don
drunken
Baker.
soul, Joe Don Baker.
Yeah, R.I.P. Joe Don Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pour out a warm Schlitz in your honor.
That's class.
Oh, you got me wrong. I'd like a glass with that. I'm sorry, Your Highness.
I had a glass of milk in honor of Geronimo.
I'm trying to find. No, I'm actually trying to find this in. Oh, there we go. I have the.
Nice.
Book. So I got it here. I'm just trying to find out if there's anything fun that I need to know about this movie.
It was done by a British independent. I think it was a British independent production, according to
Oh, the '80s were a different time, Joe.
Yeah,
you could smoke in hospitals.
and they like got Anthony Dexter in as like the token American.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta find it. Just trying to find some of the information here about the movie.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that the entire time they're building up that the creature was going to be like, you know, he's going to be okay, and not really. He's just
he's indestructible except like a gas grenade.
I was throwing through the gas one day. Yeah, he was just Mr. Burns in that Treehouse of Horror episode. I was throwing through the gas one day.
Oh man!
Oh god!
The director's name.
My favorite Treehouse.
What was the name? What was the name of the director again?
Oh
shit! Cy Roth. Yeah.
Cy Roth, maker of films and fine gourmet candy. Yeah.
Oh, the Wikipedia reviews for this are fantastic. What is it? Even the most dedicated connoisseurs of the artless are likely to find the British attempt at sci-fi something of a strain on their patience.
What I think I like most about like these movies with like where pretty much nothing's happening is that with some of the other movies, the riffs sometimes conflict with what the movie is saying, so you have to try and choose which one to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Here you can hear all the riffs because there is nothing to pay attention to in the movie.
Seriously. I love too is the trope that they used to use of using like a full like office space to embody the cockpit of a rocket ship. And then when they're climbing down the rocket, it's like they couldn't have fit any of that in there.
It's a TARDIS.
Yeah.
James, that's okay. We still love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you, buddy.
So that's a plus.
Yeah.
I did also enjoy too that they just kind of filmed it out in the countryside somewhere.
Yeah.
We decided to think it was Wisconsin, like a prairie pasture.
Jupiter,
like in northern Wisconsin.
Yes, exactly. That line caught me off guard, and it was hilarious.
Triv's favorite line.
Yeah, it's a great line. It caught my eye when I was looking through all the quotes on IMDb, and it was like, oh, that one's too good. That one's too good. But yeah, it's just there's so much not going on in here, and supposedly smart men doing dumb things throughout.
And also smart men and managed women sitting down for a while.
Yes.
I was still trying to figure out the one scene where the dude's like tapping on the wall with the vase, and like he just like gets tired and throws the vase. Was that vase supposed to break, and he was just surprised when it didn't? It's like you hear it clunk, and it just does that. He does like that turnaround. And I don't know if the vase was supposed to just be like a breakaway, but it's just oh god, it's just I always the moments in this.
Yeah, I took it as that scene was like maybe you heard a hollow noise against the wall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, speaking of...
Nope.
Hey, Dan. Hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Dan's awesome. If you don't know, Dan is awesome.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's God, I don't even know.
I mean, that scene made so much not sense that they used it as the stinger. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's just again.
They weren't ready for that much action. It caught them off guard.
Yeah,
it took it into overdrive. It's like a scene from Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go with the action.
So after that they had to calm things down and bring in more Bordens. Yeah,
it's again. I can watch some of the worst shit imaginable, and like this movie just. Thank you, Dan.
Yay!
Yeah. I was gonna say that's how I met a bunch of these people. But yeah, I can watch some of the worst shit imaginable and it doesn't bore me. I can watch The Amazing Bulk and it doesn't bore me. Fire Maidens from Outer Space bores me.
This was really hard. I mean, this is one of those movies. It didn't like stay with me the way that like even Tormented kind of had my attention. This one,
because it was it was a departure for Bird Eye Gordon to do a
real movie,
psychological thriller involving ghost heads.
For some reason, this one, like when I was growing up and watching all the episodes, this one there's like nothing happening in it, but it stuck with me for some reason. I don't know why. It just did.
That's interesting. I had never seen this one before.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
It's like one of those. Well, I mean, by the time I got
Tracer movies,
Comedy, by the time I got Comedy Central, we were already beyond season 3. So it's like I was dependent on the reruns, and this was never done on one of the Turkey Day marathons.
We had joy. This is the second movie in 2 weeks that we watched that had references to Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks.
Oh, you're right.
Because last week it was Sessions Presents
Terry Jacks. We were fun.
We had joy. God, that sounds depressing.
So the only way I could find a workable copy of this was on YouTube.
Yeah.
With the original broadcast.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, with the commercials?
Yeah. It was Turkey Day Marathon?
It was the Turkey Day. Oh,
nice.
Okay. Nice. I kind of zipped through because my kids got bored with the commercials, but I'm like, every time there was an 800 number for something that you'd have to call in an order, I'm like, hey, look, kids, there's no website on here.
You don't know how good you have it.
Yeah, seriously, you don't. Oh, man.
You had to interact with people back in the day.
Business fashion was also really weird back then. And, after I got out of college and having to wear suits for certain things, it just wasn't a fun time.
I did find a version without commercials, but
I watched a VHS rip that didn't have commercials, but I think I should have watched the one with commercials because I'm a sucker. The
VHS rip was one we started with, and it was tracking the entire time.
That's only during the opening credits. After that initial bit, it goes normal.
Fuck. All right, well then, that's my kids had a good time watching this. It worked. My kids had a good time with this one because again, it's mind numbing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in that case, they just enjoy it for that. They almost don't pay attention to the riffs. They pay attention to the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
For me, I always have to watch these episodes like 2 or 3 times because the first time, for some reason, my mind always just dials into the movie. It's not until the second time when I'm like, okay, now I can pay more attention to the riffs.
I feel like there's like this wave pattern for me of how I pay attention to them. So it's like I'm watching the movie, very funny riff. Jupiter America's Dairyland.
That's kind of why I like this movie is because there is nothing going on, so you can pay more attention to the riffs. You don't have to worry about the movie.
Oh, Joe, those banded color shirts.
Remove sleeves. Yeah.
I had several of them, and that is a look that will never come back.
You say that, but watch. Like those specific, like that one style, it doesn't seem like it will, and then it does.
Time is an infinite loop, my friend.
And the things that you don't expect will come back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed parachute pants haven't come back yet. I truly am not.
I've got my pair right over there, so I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for it.
I'm waiting for a Gazooks store to open back up at the mall so I can buy a pair of Jinkos.
Oh, Jinkos are sort of back. Like you'll see people wear like the really big elephant legs.
Make a run of them, but you can't store. They don't make CD players anymore, so you can't store your damn Discman in them.
Just
store a 12-inch sub in there.
Jeez.
Looks like a Muslim priest.
The correct term is imam.
Yeah, exactly. Imam, Muslim priest. He's a cop.
Back to just flabbergasted.
As right you should be.
Trip handsome.
Hey, when Zubas come back, and I'm amazed Zubas haven't come back because there are enough.
I've seen pairs of them before.
Roided up incels that would definitely rock a Zuba.
That when Zuba's come back, Zima's coming back.
Zima's already
Zima's kind of been here and back again.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
like Crystal Pepsi.
Back. You buy it at Costco.
Oh God!
And apparently, one of them, I was like, "Oh, is Apple back? Apple Slice?" And someone had mentioned that it was, but it's more like one of those like health benefit drinks now, kind of like on the Ollie.
None of those are health benefit things. My God.
They're soda.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an apple drink that tastes like real apple.
Oh, Zima.
Oh God.
So
anyway, back to Fire Maidens.
Should we talk about again? This is more stimulating than anything in the movie, but we have to.
Okay, but you know what? For you guys, there was boobs, so at least you got boobs out of it.
Were there?
What?
I mean, there was more boobs than there was anything for me.
Oh, that's true.
She's got a good point.
You got a very good point there, Triv. Because
all there was men in they weren't even good uniforms. It was just dumb, like basic bitch things, uniform things.
Oh yeah, wasn't that joke? Somehow we all look the same.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all the same. They're all the same guy.
But honestly, they really all the women kind of were too. Like there was no differentiation. There was like a chorus line. Everybody looked within one chromosome of each other.
Yeah, it was either blondes or brunettes.
Well, the thing is, and the second one of the brunettes was allowed to speak, I nearly jumped out of my chair. I'm like, whoa, wait, what?
Well, she was the only one that they actually wanted to pay.
Yeah.
And just, there seemed to be a lot of them, then a few of them, and then a lot of them again. I lost track of that. I lost track of...
Yeah.
Did any of them actually have names?
The lead woman did.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The one who went back to Earth and said, "I'll be back."
Never was.
Sure.
They burned up on re-entry.
The Fire Maiden that she left in charge had a name, but I don't recall exactly what her name was.
They were killed back on the way to their home planet.
When are they going to get to the fireworks factory?
Apparently, there was one called Duessa.
Okay.
Was she the blonde?
I'm on Wikipedia here, and it's there's Duessa, and then there's Fire Maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say like Fire Maiden 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
Great legs, because.
Hello, nurse. Yeah, only
was
he
she
will
the skating Fire Maiden?
I was actually a little disappointed by the lack of fire in this movie up until that last scene.
Yeah.
Why are they called Fire Maidens? They don't really have fire.
They don't. No, they don't really use fire. I was expecting like torches.
And they're from Atlantis, so that would have been water anyway. Should have been water maidens from outer space.
That just doesn't sound as epic.
No, exactly. I mean, Olympian maidens from outer space, because that whole Greek theme that they had going on.
Yeah.
Toga women from outer space.
Toga women from outer space.
Hot chicks
and their dad,
from outer
Harry
space.
Carey.
I see. That would have brought a lot more people to see it.
Hot Chicks from Outer Space is the Jim Wynorski movie.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, okay. Did you guys, Andy? Did you watch the cut where they had the Comedy Central promo for Earth Girls Are Easy?
Like I said, I skipped over the commercial.
Oh, right.
Chances are it was there. slime creatures from us. There were no slime creatures though.
No,
they
that's
had one creature
song.
in the entire movie, and that dude looked like he was wearing like a beatnik turtleneck and black pants, and there was somebody off screen shout like
it's like if they cast the original Svengoolie as the monster.
Oh, there you go.
They cast Jerry Bishop as
Well, no, I asked because you could just call this Venetian women are easy.
Yeah.
Well, they're not Venetian though. They are Jupiter women.
Oh, that's right. Jupiter women are easy.
Yeah.
Are they descendants from Atlantis? So Atlantic women are easy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Aphrodite daughters are easy.
Yeah, grandma was hot.
Goddess of love and all. Yeah. Oh God, I just.
Are we going to talk about Timmy?
Oh God! All right. Like I said, the whole Timmy thing was kind of like, okay, let's roll through this. Let's roll through this. But I will say, when Frank has him at the very end, and his mouth opens up, and the second mouth pops up, I was
he's xenomorph.
I thought that was a great little ad.
I think this might have been one of the cases where what was the one? What was the episode where they couldn't think of any kind of thing? No, it was Monster Go-Go actually. Monster Go-Go, where they're like, we can't think of any kind of host segments to do for this, so let's just do whatever we want. I think that was the case with this one. We're like, we can't really do a host segment because there's really nothing in the movie to talk about. So let's use that Black Crow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now is that just like their filming crow? Is that just their theater?
That's their filming crow.
Yeah, that's the crow they use in the theater scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm in the minority here. I actually really thought it was a strong host segment. Like I really appreciated what they did with it.
I think it's more of a me thing in terms of their narratives and the fact that like I don't know. I feel like Mike handled host segments better than Joel did, but that's just because I really am a Camp Mike kind of person. But
Mike has always been the better actor.
Yeah, well, he was also the head writer.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I will always get a thrill seeing Joel come out saying, "Get away from her, you bitch,"
and using the escape port too. That was pretty good.
We never see that thing used except in the opening credits when Joel used to jump through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one they had interaction with Cambot where Timmy attacked it. Yeah, they had a lot more usage of Magic Voice being the actual computer of the satellite.
Right.
Yeah.
So this one actually utilized kind of the actual storytelling that the whole segments can.
Yeah.
And don't use it.
It's again.
I did like it when Timmy was trying to bite when Timmy's trying to bite Servo's buttons on his chest. He's trying to get him to get away from him.
Well, even the stuff in the actual theater, like that whole interaction, like that was that. I mean, the wraparound stuff worked really well. And God, Servo up glued to the wall, and he just says, "Hey guys, don't forget to kill him." And he's like, if you're not gonna kill me, could you at least get me a sandwich?"
Yeah,
I adore that.
Yeah. He's like, it's just aliens.
Yeah.
That was really funny too, because like if we're just spoofing like the original Alien, like that Tom Skerritt scene hadn't been unearthed yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is 92, so they would have hit. So we would have been.
Well, we would have already had Alien 3 by that point.
Oh, when did Alien 3 come out?
92.
91, wasn't it? Oh, excuse me.
92.
Yeah. And this one came out in November of 92, so they would have had all three.
It's entirely possible they could have gotten that, but I really kind of feel like, it's more of a straight up Alien parody, but. What do I know?
No, I think you're right. I mean, and plus, I think they probably filmed this either right after Alien 3 came out or maybe a little bit before. So,
Alien 3 was a summer movie. I remember seeing it in the theater.
Well, but this episode came out in November. I don't know how long
what the turnaround is.
Yeah. I know it wasn't. It was a quick turnaround, but I don't know if it was like South Park level quick.
Right. But the thing too is I don't know if they shoot the entire season at once and then just decide what episode goes where.
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
Because I kind of feel like that could be the case too with them. Is that they're really because there's no narrative story to tell throughout.
Yeah, I mean the closest thing that probably had to a scheduling was when they filmed the Christmas episode. They knew they'd be aiming it for December.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about all I got to say about Fire Maidens from outer space. Other than, Roth, shame on you. Go left, dickweed.
There's a couple of times where they say dickweed in this episode.
That was like their thing for a while. That was like their main insult.
Mainly for Crow.
It was always. It was mostly like the Joel era that they said it. I don't know if it's because Comedy Central just was like just let them. But
maybe.
like only time they did it after Joel had left the show was in the movie.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, when Crow calls Dr. Forrester a dickweed.
Oh yeah, what a dick.
Yeah, after he makes him
Roth.
after he makes him let them all bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he cut off the oxygen?
Yeah.
I know who you are, and I saw what you did. No,
I like the fact that they actually reused that back in was it season 7? No. Was it? No, it was
there's a couple of callbacks to that I'm the god.
Invasion of the Neptune Men. Mike just gets so bored he tries to leave the theater and he has to come back and says, yeah, Mrs. Forrester doesn't have any oxygen down out there.
I enjoyed the Hi Kiba points too, like near the end they were like, hi Kiba.
Hi Kiba.
Yeah, how much dancing was in this movie?
Yeah, that's the sacrificial dance towards the end was something.
What was the classical piece they were playing?
Prince Igor by Borodin.
Okay. I was like, I know this piece.
Yeah. And you should know because they use it all the fucking time.
It's gonna be in my dreams, man. I'm gonna wake up hearing it.
It's one of those things that just incorporates itself into your
before I forget.
Yeah.
This movie had 2 of my favorite references in it. Two of my favorite movies about nuclear annihilation that came out in the exact same year. Because they had a Dr. Strangelove reference with Bat Guano, Keenan Wynn's character. Yeah, is your name really Bat Guano? And then there's the reference to Failsafe, which is the movie the book Dr. Strangelove was parodying. Failsafe. I don't think it was called Failsafe, but it was like an adaptation of the book. But they're the same novel, but it's just a totally different tonal shift.
Is that the Henry Fonda movie?
Yeah, it's a Henry Fonda movie with Walter Matthau in it and stuff. Yeah. When you hear the screeching at the other end of the phone, Mr. President, that means the ambassador's phone has melted.
I've heard that reference ever since I started. I've never known what it was referenced to.
Yeah, watch if you haven't never seen Failsafe, watch Failsafe and then watch Dr. Strangelove because they're the same movie just from it's called James, I just saw the comment. Yeah, Red Alert. Yeah, that's the name of it. But
Red Alert. Okay.
They're the same book, but just tonally different. Because one's a dark comedy, and the other one's a serious war drama about nuclear annihilation. Yeah.
Which is which?
Do you want to know the answer? Given current government,
make an escape. I'll distract them. Hey, look, guys, there's a fire maiden. So I had a thought with this, and I'm curious to know you guys' thoughts. So Joel by nature is a very chill guy. Like he doesn't react to much, and that's sort of like you said, as an actor, he doesn't really go above and beyond with that stuff. But his reaction to just like, okay, stay frosty. He is so chill. And I'm not sure if that was just like the Midwest chill or if that's just him not, he's so laid back that this doesn't affect him. It's like, monsters, aliens, whatever. We'll just toss them into space.
That's gotta be a Joel. It really has to be a Joel thing.
I think it's coming. I think a little bit of both, because Joel seems very chill compared to a lot of the other people we see around. But still, for Midwest people in general, they seem fairly chill.
I really couldn't speak to that because.
Generally speaking,
Coast, so
generally speaking, I would agree. I think because I've known a lot of Midwest folks that are truly like, it's not the big stuff that gets them. It's like, oh God, we're out of crackers. But you can chop off their left arm. Whatever.
Joe's right. He's also a fellow Midwesterner.
Yeah.
As someone that lives, as Andy and I, we live about maybe an hour out of Boston.
Yeah. We live in the same state. That was the last. It was the last professional baseball team to integrate. So
go Red Sox.
Oof. That's what we call an oof on this neck of the woods, Derry.
Oh yeah. Just talk like we all talk like Fargo.
You know what? If you were to offer them some hot dish, they would have integrated a lot sooner there, hon. But you forgot about the Paps, and therein lies your problem.
Yeah, the hot dish. The hot dish is bad.
Yeah, you get the hot dish, you get your bars.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the snickerdoodles out there and some scotcheroos too, hon, if you think of it.
Oh God.
Yeah, that just brings me back to Drop Dead Gorgeous. So
yeah. I have no more thoughts about this movie. I want to put it to bed.
We've already started talking about other movies, including other better movies. So
could we talk about other movies? I mean, the double entendres talk, guys. I mean, could Joe keep me away from any wood chippers?
No,
she's closer to Minnesota, so she needs to.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, Hey, you know what? There's not enough movies that involve the wood chipper death, And I tell you, the wood chipper massacre was a false bill of sale. I'll tell you what, because there wasn't enough wood chipper deaths in that. I'll tell you what, hun.
There was
no hot dish for them.
Oh good God.
Oh boy.
Anybody else got thoughts?
Nah, I'm tapped out.
I think I'm tapped out. So
I'm tapped out too, Derry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, so anyway, that was Fire Maidens from Outer Space. Thanks, Mike.
It's either going to be this or Magic Voyage of Sinbad.
Yeah, I know. And my kids were looking forward to the Magic Voyage of Sinbad.
They can still watch it.
They can still watch it. That's available on streaming services.
It is.
It is readily available. Ducky accent.
Well, I've worked really hard to get good at it, and I think I probably sound the same way over and over again, Joe, so I am sorry.
Being such a mid-movie. Quite all right. I will.
Yeah.
The only thing about Kentucky that I can do is I can just do Daniel Day-Lewis's pronunciation of it from The Last of the Mohicans. Kentucky. Which is legitimately how I pronounce Kentucky now. So
nice.
So anyway, that was Fire Maidens from Outer Space. Thank you, Triv, for joining us. Thank you, Kurt, for joining us. I'm sorry I was late. It is
more important things.
Birthday season was among us.
Yeah.
Yep.
May's a busy month for birthdays. Mine's next Tuesday.
Oh.
Joe,
your bottom John keep
it there. So Tim Wilson, a comedian, did a bit.
I'm watching myself do this right now, and it makes total sense.
Oh God, we broke Triv. Joe broke Triv.
I think you lost Triv.
Hi.
Hi there. I got you right here. Yeah.
Tim Wilson, the Southern comedian, did a really funny bit about how you can differentiate between the different Southern accents. I don't know, in Arkansas, you either laughing or you're crying. You know, it's happy or sad.
Hey,
Yeah.
I found still the wood. I don't know, did it?
Yeah, do that. Those are that early Mike Judge thing that was like the prototype for King of the Hill. It's called.
Well, I feel like I'm doing Bill Murray right now in Caddyshack. This is.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Took my watch.
Yeah, watch out.
Curse you!
All right. Well, by the
Accents
time
and all
my
this other
son running
stuff,
past me to put the Chromebook away, it is time for us to
Wrap.
bid this broadcast adieu. So, Triv, thank you for joining us. Kurt, thank you for joining us. Mike, thank you.
Always a pleasure.
The hostess with the mostess. Triv, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me here on YouTube at Trivial Theater. I just did a Crystal Pepsi collab, riffing on that. And up next, we're doing one based on a Nintendo Christmas thing. So,
oh god,
it'd be a lot of fun.
And Kurt, how about yourself?
You can only really find me on, well, 3 places technically because I am on Discord, but you can find me on Blue Sky, Swayze of Arabia, where I just post my random musings. I don't post like I used to on Twitter, but that's just because I'm not terminally online anymore. I write reviews on Letterboxd. Yeah, write reviews on Letterboxd. Swayze of Arabia, I think, is what it is. If you can't find it, if you're on Blue Sky, it's linked on my Blue Sky. I write reviews there. I just wrote one.
Thank you.
Hi, Dan. Dan's awesome again. Yeah. I write reviews on there. I just wrote one about a Harry Belafonte film I just watched last night called The World, the Flesh, and the Devil that had Harry Belafonte, Inger Stevens, who was on The Twilight Zone. She was in The Hitchhiker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, was she Nan Adams?
Yeah. I thought
nice.
when I remembered that she was Nan Adams, I thought of the opening credits of The Fifth Dimension with Jacob. I'm about to write a review of this really crappy David A. Pryor. David A. Pryor directed Future Force and Future Zone with David Carradine that they did riff tracks for. They didn't do them on MST, but they did the riff tracks for them, which are 2 very funny riff tracks.
Very good.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like basically if Red Dawn took, instead of like you had high school students fighting Russians or like, you know, militia type people, it was giving me damn flashbacks. It was like if you just substitute like Patrick Swayze and the guys from Red Dawn with movie actors, like the dude who was in Soul Taker, who played like the one dude who caused the accident in Soul Taker was in it.
Not Martin Sheen.
Martin Shark something or other. I can't remember his last name. He's been like in some stuff I've seen, like done like some. He's like does some work and stuff, but I can't remember his name.
Oh.
But it was a very boring movie, and I'm not going to give it any stars, but I'm going to have to write about it because that's what I do. So that's it.
Kurt, we were talking about this the other day. That's just sometimes the bullet you need to take for your content.
Oh, good God! I pump up probably about. I always write 3 of them if I stay for when we do Popcorn and Pain on John Cleveland's Discord. When we do Friday night streams, I normally watch 3 of the bad movies out of the 4, and I write those. And yeah, I've watched.
You're going to hear a lot about that in our next podcast because I took the bullet and watched every DC movie that was made post Nolanverse.
Oh God!
Oh, you poor soul! How the hell did you make it through the Flash?
You can do it. Just don't put a baby in a microwave, and you'll be fine.
You know,
again, that's why we have you here, Triv.
Dumbest action scene she's seen in her entire life, and she hasn't been around that long. So, but anyway, thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Triv. And for us, we do host a little podcast called Geek Salad. I just mentioned a moment ago. You can get that wherever you get your podcast. If you like what you heard here, first of all, go subscribe to Triv on YouTube. Go follow them both on Blue Sky. Follow us on Blue Skies Well, Geek Salad Radio. Subscribe to the channel here too, because not only do we do the weekly movie reviews and have great guests like Triv and Kurt, but we also put up our podcast audio. And starting not with this past episode, but with the next audio, we're going to try something a little different because Skype is down, and we're going to experiment with live feed.
Yeah. Oh my god!
We're going to experiment with live feed. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get like a fully like edited episode later on, but we're going to attempt a live feed for, you know, listener feedback and stuff like that. But it will be an uncut episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And all, not that polished bullshit that we give you every month. So.
Semi-polished anyway. Come on.
Semi-polished, exactly. You can still tell that we're none of us are in the same room.
You guys are professionals. So you wear button-down shirts without collars.
Yes. Yeah. I am dressed up. I think I tried to get the entire outfit that Christian Slater wore in Interview with the Vampire, because that was the whole thing. Denim collar shirt, vest, jeans, boots, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, the Fire Maidens would be all about you, my friend.
There was a time. Yeah. And you will hear a lot of, wait, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh god damn it, so we're gonna try it out, and just, if we don't like how it turns out in the first time, we'll just go back to what we were doing. But thanks Skype for ruining everything.
I was on a podcast that did that too, so I understand.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. So anyway, folks, we will see you next week when we do another good night.
Good night, James.
Another Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie. I don't even remember what it was, so we'll talk about that.
Next week's pick might be done by this guy.
Oh God! Duck and cover! Run!
Kind of close. We're hitting the same kind of Cold War theme, but not duck and cover.
Run away!
Well, I guess we will reveal that next week then. So, Kurt, we will talk about that as soon as we go off air. And thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Triv. Thank you, Mike. And until next time, thank you. Go forth and be nerdful. Talk to you later.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Hear him!